Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I would like to start this session by going straight to Gabriel Oguda's tweet, and then thereafter, we want to address something regarding a State House meeting that is believed that Pastor Mackenzie attended. So first of all, let's go to a tweet from Gabriel Oguda. So Gabriel Oguda said, Ruto has called Pastor Mackenzie a terrorist who belongs in prison. Could we also hear him speak about those who convert dirty water into clean drinking water and those who order their employees to fast and pray at the workplace regardless of their faith? We are coming up with a list of all religious terrorists, and we'd love to know whom we should include. I think from this tweet, before I get to the main analysis, I think from this tweet, Gabriel Ogun is trying to refer to the First Lady, because there's a time, I think earlier there in February, there was a circular that every Wednesday there would be fasting, prayer and fasting session in State House. That was communicated that it would be, and this directive could have come from the First Lady. So the First Lady said that all the staff of the State House walikuwa watafast on every Wednesday, and then that is regardless whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, you would all of you fast. So that is what Gabriel Oguda is referred to, because he talks about and those who order their employees to fast and pray at the workplace regardless of their faith. Regardless of their faith. I think he's trying to refer to to the First Lady, the current First Lady, and that directive. Again, I find something pretty strange because I saw a picture. There's a picture that someone sent me. One of our subscribers shared a photo with me. Shared a photo where it is believed that Pastor Mackenzie was among the people who attended that meeting. And in that picture, just check it. You can check there. On the left side, you can see the First Lady stood there. But on the right side, you can see Pastor Mackenzie is there. They are all of them at the front. So that means they're like VIPs in that meeting. Then there is another photo I've seen where Pastor Mackenzie amekaa, and I think there's some kind of prayers, but he's also there. So this is why I get quite interested in this issue of Pastor Mackenzie. Why is Pastor Mackenzie being noticed with the First Lady in attendance? Why is it that most of these places Pastor Mackenzie anaonekana? Could there be some relationship here, or could it be that ni ile issue kwamba as long as you're a pastor, you are welcomed? I'd like to go back to a message that Mama Ida communicated. There's a time Mama Ida, is communicated something that most people translated differently. Most people thought that Mama Ida or the Odinga family did not support the church. No, that is contrary to what the family believes in. Mama Ida made a comment that bordered around regulating the churches, because there is need, honestly, there is a need to regulate. That is the truth. It did not mean that Mama Ida did not support churches. Of course, Mama Ida ameokoka. And even Raila Odinga ni born again. So these people are not terrorists. They are not. Nobody should interpret that venye Kenya Kwanza walisema kwamba wapendi kanisa. Those were just propagandas being pushed everywhere, left, right, center. Back then, the Kenya Kwanza people wanted to roll with any pastor. As long as you're a pastor, regardless of the church, they would just roll with you. In fact, you could see there were so many harambes being organized, harambes for churches, small churches, which were just being built anyhowly, without even considering these churches, are they legit, what they believe in. Like if you go for the case of this Mackenzie issue, I'm not saying that Mackenzie is responsible for what we are seeing right now being termed as a massacre of Sakahola. I'm not saying so. But the truth of the matter here is simple, that the churches must be regulated. They must be regulated. That is why I agree with what Mama Ida said. And I've seen CS Kithure Kindiki almost say the similar things that Mama Ida said. I have seen William Ruto called Pastor Mackenzie a terrorist who belongs in prison. But I mean, let's just take for example Pastor Mackenzie. How will he be, jailed? For what reason? I managed to have some small chit chat with a certain lawyer today in the morning, and we were talking about the issue of Pastor Mackenzie. So I tried to find his perspective on this issue of Pastor Mackenzie. I asked him whether he believes that the courts will jail him. I mean, and for how long? Is it life sentencing or maybe hanging? And the lawyer told me something very simple. Atafungwa amefanya kosa gani? Mind you, there are people in that, if you check the clips, check the videos, like the video of an old person who cried saying that wanantesa.
Yesu wangu, wananiua. Yesu, angalia Yesu. Yesu, uko wapi Yesu? Angalia watu hawa wananiua baba. Baba yangu, umeniacha. Wauaji Yesu. Yesu.
Sisi si wauaji, tumekuja kukuokoa mama.
Unanichoma.
Hatukuchomi, tunakupeleka hospitali.
Unanichoma na jua. Unaniachilia jua.
Wacha Yesu atakuokoa, lakini Yesu wa ukweli si huyu kiongozi wenu anaitwa Mackenzie.
I mean, that is when he was apprehended, not really apprehended, lakini alipatikana akiwa ana fast na he looked pale, and just check the video. He looked pale. So he was carried and he was being taken to the hospital. That's when he said, "Oh, nisaidie, osi Yesu," that kind of things. So how are you going to nail Mackenzie over issues like those ones? I know, as much as we want this issue to be dealt with in a way that it should not even repeat itself, but it will be very difficult for judge to hold Pastor Mackenzie for this mayhem. First, Pastor Mackenzie did not lock anybody in any room, no chaining, no nothing, so that you can fast by force. Pastor Mackenzie has not been directly implicated in these burials, those burials, those mass graves. So that's why we are saying that the best solution to this issue is to regulate churches. Right now, Pastor Mackenzie is being being accused, though we know very well that this case haitenda mahali, but he's being accused. Ladies and gentlemen, can you tell us what to think about this below the comment section? And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.